And welcome into beautiful Larry Miller Field on the campus of Brigham Young University for the side of the 2022 6A Baseball State Tournament on KSLSports.com. Dusty Lister with you of our winner bracket game between Bingham and Riverton. And leading off for the Riverton Silverwolves is Mac Bright, the right fielder. And that's in for a called strike one. Always fun to see Coach Applegate and Coach Sato and their two teams on the baseball field. That is going to be a leadoff single for Mac Bright. And a man aboard for Riverton. Quick turnaround after the Lone Peak Fremont game, where Fremont knocked off the Knights, knocked them out of the tournament. A 7-6 game. It was 7-1, and Lone Peak comes back 1 run shy, forced extra innings. And the number 1 ranked Fremont will move on. Coming up now is Caden Miller, the center fielder. Rylan Maxty, the pitcher today for Coach Sato. And the minors, he's got big shoes to fill. When Maxton Peck pitched yesterday, he's shutting down that Lone Peak offense, and that's in there for called strike 2. The good thing is we have a good rules now analyst up here. He may not be an analyst, but his dad's an umpire. He knows, right? All right, we're all set. 1-on-1, and snap over to first. And a big swing and a miss. The count goes to 1-2. And the 1-2. Breaking ball lifted out of play. I'd say I'm really surprised that Sam Beck isn't leading off. It just kind of hit me. Mac Bright led off. Sam Beck, the third hole. Pardon me, 3 hole. Is Miller now 1 ball and 2 strikes. And now 1-2. Fouled off at the plate. We'll stay again, a 1-2. He just ticked it. Just a tick. And the 1-2 lifted in the shallow right field. The wind not doing what it did in the last game. A lazy fly balls in that last game. We had 4 of them. The wind got a hold of them and blew them back into the field, and they hit harmlessly to the turf. So 1 away and a run around first. Now bring up Sam Beck, the shortstop for Coach Jay Applegate. And it seems like yesterday we were doing the last chance tournament. He was a young sophomore. I was telling someone earlier, he reminds me of Ryan Pond, former BYU Cougar. He was an undersized guy that led the nation in home runs. Hit a 3-run home run last night, did Beck. There's Maxty on the 1-0. Beck sends that one to right field. Tailing foul, and is foul. And the count gave it up. Not a ball and a strike. And the 1-1. High cheese couldn't catch up to it. Ball and 2 strikes to Sam Beck. The 1-2 from Maxty. Runner goes, and Beck again fouls that one off. Learned earlier today from Jeff Clough, they used 13 dozen baseballs yesterday. Wonder how many went through today. We also did the math, that's 156 baseballs. Hercules would have had all kinds of fun with that. Bender again spoiled by Beck. Beck batting .409 on the season. Drove in 34 runs, 6 home runs, count 7. I don't know if this is updated from last night. And now the 1-2. Fastball, can't get it past him. In a 3-game series, Bingham took 2 out of 3. Riverton took the first one, 6-0, lost the second one, 5-3, and then 17-13, a high-scoring affair in the third one. Still a ball and 2 strikes here to Beck. See if he calls timeout. Nope. 1-2, left it up in the zone. Count even up to 2 balls and 2 strikes. And another foul ball to the right side. Who gives in? Rylan Maxty or Sam Beck? Snap over to first. Just Maxty wanted to mix it up a little bit. And the 2-2 misses down. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And what has been an awesome opening inning at bat here from Sam Beck. Just a great battle between he and Rylan Maxty. Haven't been able to beat him away, but they're going to stay away here. Those players are going to try to get him inside. He'll stay away. Beck been able to fight those off. The payoff pitch again goes away and fouls it off. Wasn't keeping track of the pitches here. Eating up on Maxty's pitches. And again, the 3-2. Fastball got him. Strike him out. Throw him out at second. The most exciting double play. After the long at bat, Beck goes down on strikes, and they gun down Mac Bright. And that'll do it for the top of the first inning. We head to the bottom of the first. Bingham coming to the plate. You're watching the 2022 6A State Baseball Tournament on KSL Sports. And welcome back in the bottom of the first inning. Bingham give up a leadoff single, and after that, a little fly ball, the strikeout, throw out, double play. And pitching today for Riverton, it was Cooper Hansen. So for Bingham, it'll be Gage Sunloff, then John Hatch, Maxton Peck. Up on deck and in the hole. And that's in there for a called strike 1. A little late movement on that, fouled out of play. Count out quickly, no balls and 2 strikes here to Gage Sundloff. Sundloff was 1 for 3 yesterday with a single, and he was also hit by a pitch. As he looks at ball 1. And that one misses. And the count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right back at him, and that one's handled by Cooper Hansen. And Sundloff retired for the first out of the inning. Caught that one off the handle a little bit. Bingham at 23-5 on the year, 13-2 in region play. Coach Joey Sato always does a great job with his Bingham Miners. 5 state championships for Coach Sato. Bingham won the most state championships in state history. Coach Santa Stephen, all the championships he won in the 30s all the way through the 50s. So John Hatch at the plate. And Hatch launches this one to right field. That one's drifting back, looking up, off the screen. It's a solo home run for John Hatch. You want to show your power, go the opposite way. Let the ball get deep and absolutely launch it. Saw that from Hatch yesterday. He hit that moon ball that hung in the air forever, that hit the warning track, and he was rounding second base when it finally hit. And that's a solo home run, and Bingham takes a 1-0 lead with 1 out in the bottom of the first inning. So now bring up Maxton Peck. And that one's out of play. Maxton wearing Remington Peck's 44. Of course, Remington, a football player at Bingham and then at BYU. And the 0-1. He goes the opposite way, going to drop this. No, not going to fall in. Nice diving catch out there by Mac Bright. Great start for 36. A little leadoff single, and now a diving catch in right field. And there's 2 outs. And that'll bring up Preston Jacobson. If you aren't aware, this is a full turf field. It's so funny to see the guys come out. They got to get their normal routine in, as that's in there for a called strike 1. And there's no beads in that carpet up top. As that one goes right back at Hansen. Is he able to field it on to first? And that'll do it. But Bingham strikes first. A long ball from John Hatch. And it is a 1-0 lead at the end of 1 for Bingham. You're watching the 2022 6A State Baseball Tournament on KSL Sports. And welcome back into Miller Field, top of the second inning. Dusty Lidster with you as Bingham jumped out 1-0 on the home run from John Hatch. And leading off the inning for the Silverwolves is Tyler Barton, who looks at ball 1. Barton drove in 32 runs on the year, only second to Sam Beck as that ball goes the opposite way, and English can't come up with it. And a leadoff man aboard at the top of the second inning, just like the top of the first. So that brings up Parker Goff. And Parker had himself a night last night against Taylorsville and scores the bunt. And it's 0-1. Goff was 3 for 3 with 2 doubles, a single, and 3 runs scored last evening. And he looks at strike 2. And the 0-2 outside. That's a ball. Had one to burn, make it enticing. Certainly did. So ball and 2 strikes. And that one misses as well. Evens us up at 2-2. And the 2-2 fought off by Goff. We'll do it again. Once again, the 2-2 chopped to the left side. English on the second. On the turn, not in time. So one away as Goff reaches on the fielder's choice.
Batting 6 for Riverton, number 17, Zach Edwards.
And that'll bring up Zach Edwards. Yep. So there's Zach Edwards, a designated hitter. And that went in for called strike 1. Young sophomore, been dealing with an injury. Just a designated hitter. Kind of the Shohei Ohtani stuff from a couple years ago. He could bat but couldn't play the field or pitch since he was on his off arm. Yeah, you see his kid at the plate. I mean, he's just a sophomore. It's a big boy. And the 0-1 launched into the infield. Peck takes control. And Maxton retires Edwards for the second out of the inning. And I'll bring up Remington Robbins. Two walks and a run scored last night. Went 0 for 1. One official plate appearance. Looks at strike 1. The 0-1 almost fouled out of play. So no balls and 2 strikes to Remington Robbins. The 0-2 well off the plate. And now the 1-2. That was down. He was counted 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Riverton extend the inning. Strong lead away from first. And again, the 2-2 misses up. Count runs full. Three balls, two strikes, 2 out and a runner on first base. Here for Remington Robbins. And that one called strike 3. Frozen with the pipe dream. And we go to the bottom of the second inning. It is Bingham 1, Riverton 0. You're watching the 2022 6A State Championship Baseball Tournament on KSL Sports. And welcome back into Larry Miller Field. Bottom of the second inning. Has that ball fouled off here by Matt English, the shortstop. And the 1-1 in there for a called strike 2. English played a good shortstop this week. Chops out one foul. I tell you, I love the new advent of guys wearing the short sleeve hoodie underneath their baseball jerseys. And it isn't not because I'm actually wearing a short sleeve hoodie. So is my broadcast partner. As that one swung on and missed by English. And one away. Intern Preston doesn't get to wear short sleeve hoodies, so that brings up Boston Jacobs, the catcher. And that one launched in the air, coming back and making the catch is Kate Allred for the second out.
Is number 17. Center fielder Luke Leatherwood.
I'll bring up Luke Leatherwood. And yesterday, Leatherwood was one that got things started for this Bingham offense. That was that crazy inning for Lone Peak or probably for Pleasant Grove, where Braden Marks struck out 4 hitters. And the first 2 he struck out were drop third strikes. And the first was Leatherwood, who then scored on an error, or probably got second on an error, took third on a pass ball, and then took third on another pass ball, on a wild pitch. It was Christmas in May for Luke Leatherwood. That one misses inside. The count goes to ball and 2 strikes. Of course, Leatherwood had an outstanding winner on the basketball team for Bingham. They were the number 1 RPI team going into the state tournament. And he looks at strike 3. 3 up, 3 down as we head to the top of the third. You're watching the 2022 6A state tournament on KSL. Top of the third inning here at Larry Miller Field. Kate Allred, the 8-hole, leading off 8-9-1 here in the third. Kate looks at ball 1. That was our first recorded fly ball taken by a catcher this week. On our 7th game of the 6A tournament anyway. First one we've had. So now it misses 2 balls and no strikes to Allred. That one, oh! How about that one? Cade Allred buzzes the tower, and it might just take a second to let Maxty kind of catch himself and collect his feelings, his thoughts. If you've never pitched and had a blind drive come right past your head, I mean, there's nothing like it. When I was 16, granted, it was playing softball, but still, slow pitch, big guy hits a line drive back at me. I remember catching it, and just my heart wouldn't stop racing. I was like, what in the world just happened? And everything kind of flashed. It just takes a second, man. It was a rocket by Cade Allred. So, leadoff man aboard for the third straight inning for Riverton. Can they do anything with it? Remember, Mac Bright led off the game with a single. Barton singled to the left side last inning, and now Cade Allred. And this one lifted into left field by Cooper Hansen. The wind still grabbing it, but not near as bad as it was last game, as Gage Sunloff took care of that one for the first down of the inning. And now back to the top of the order, and Mac Bright. He singled in his only plate appearance, leading off the game. Looks at strike one. And that pitch wide of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Snap back over to first. And that one misses. Probably is in there. Probably called strike 2. And that one misses up. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Of course, Bingham Riverton. Quite the rivalry. Schools not that far apart, and so many shared alumni and families, and they were split after Riverton was built into the Bingham boundary. Of course, Bingham got broken up quite a bit. You go to Riverton, and then Harriman, and now Mountain Ridge. And then to the west of them was Copper Hills. Also, that went into West Jordan, and that one fouled off. But all through the years, Bingham's tradition has held strong. It's kind of like Davis. Davis is now having to deal with that same thing with Farmington being built, and they got another school I think coming in there as well. And it's a matter of can they keep the Davis defends the tradition. I'm just curious to see what Bingham's slogan is going to be. Our good friend Jeff says it's Bingham. That ball lifted in the right field, right at the right fielder. Maddox Peck took care of that one for the second out of the inning. And that pitch is wide to the plate. Count even at 1-1 to Caden Miller. Again, trying to keep Kate Allred speed up runner close. Sam Beck on deck. Now 1-1 well wide of the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Somehow already able to chop that one. It was low. So bring it back, 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Caden Miller. And again, the 2-2 runner goes. Going to take away the play at second, but not, and going to take away the play at first. English retires Miller for the 3rd out of the inning. A little 6-3 put up, and we head to the bottom of the 3rd. You're watching the 2022 6A Baseball State Tournament on KSL Sports. Bottom of the 3rd inning. 8-9-1 due up for Bingham. Dallin Martinez. The Maddox Peck, followed by Gage Sunloff for Coach Joey Sato and the Bingham Miners. Martinez, a second baseman, looks at strike 1. A nice late movement on that fastball. Or whatever, that might be a change up 73 miles an hour. And now the 0-2. And that one fouled away. Martinez walked and scored yesterday. And it waves that one goodbye. 4-pitch strikeout. And 1 away. And now bringing up Maddox Peck, who pitched an outstanding game yesterday. 5 1/3, 6 Ks. Only gave up 3 hits and 1 earned run. And they shut down the Pleasant Grove Vikings. And he offers it the first pitch and falls behind 0-1. Tail movement on that, 72 miles an hour. Strike 2. And that one tailing away, and Peck able to stay alive. It's always hard when you face that left-hander that just has a little bit of movement at the end of his pitch. Sometimes you're not in sync as a hitter. It just feels like it's so far away from you. Able to get inside on him. That ball taken easily for the unassisted out by Tyler Barton. And there's 2 away. And that'll bring up Gage Sunloff, the leadoff man. Lined out to the pitcher for the first out for Bingham. As that one's wide, and Ball one. The 1-0. That one also wide. Chopped to second. Handled cleanly on his way to first. The 4-3 put out. Applegate to Barton. And again, Bingham goes down in order, but the Miners still lead 1-0 after 3 complete. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Here come the Silverwolves. You're watching the 6A baseball tournament on KSL Sports. Top of the 4th inning, and Sam Beck leading off for the Silverwolves. As Beck looks at ball one. And that bender misses the plate. Count now 2-0. And now 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes here to Sam Beck. Went down swinging in his only plate appearance. It's about a 15-pitch at bat. I'm not exaggerating, as that strikes in there. 3-1. He's looking middle, and 21 could do some damage. Wind is blowing from left to right, pretty stiff right now. And he looks at ball 4. So put a man on first. And for the 4th consecutive inning, leadoff man aboard here for the Silverwolves. And we're about to get to that tricky part of the day where the shadows are going to cover home plate. Going to leave the pitcher out in the sunlight. I'm sure someone's yelling at their phone saying it's not a big deal. But Barton looks at strike one. Well, I've been told it is. So Beck away from first. Barton singled through the left side in his only plate appearance. Looks like Sam goes with the Mike Trout oven mitt on first base. Long ball from Barton. They played him deep in right field. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Beck around second. Going to hold him up at third. It'll be a stand-up double for Barton. And 2 runners in scoring position for the Silverwolves. He only had to hold for a second because Bingham was playing Barton so deep in right field that Beck had to hold up just to make sure. Any other usual placement, he's taken off. He's going to score from first. But they had played him so deep, he thought maybe he'd make the play on it. So the 2 most potent bats in the lineup for Coach Applegate come up big. As I mentioned, the runs driven in. Beck with 34, Barton with 32, nearly picked up 33. And now coming to the plate is Parker Goff. And he's driven in 28 runs, and he's looking to get over 30. Goff reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning. And that one misses wide. Zach Edwards on deck. Dangerous spot here for Maxty. And that ball hit well to right field again. It's going to score a run as Beck will tag. And it'll be a sacrifice fly as Goff does his job. And we are tied at 1.
Now batting in substitute for Riverton, number 17, Zach Edward.
Barton advances to third, so go-ahead run at third base as Zach Edwards comes to the plate. There was just a moment there. I thought Edwards was going to try to tee off on that little candy curve, but he held off. See, Maxey can get himself out of some trouble. The 0-1. Hammered to center on the screws, but right at the center fielder. See if that's enough. The throw will be late, and Barton comes in, and the Silverwolves take a 2-1 lead. Situational baseball. You get guys at third base. Your job is to get them home any way you can do it. 2 sacrifice flies and 2 runs, and Riverton takes the lead. And Edwards scorched that one. So 2 outs. And that is going to bring up Remington Robbins. Went down on strikes in his only plate appearance. And that pitch is inside. The 1-0, Bender no. Was well off the plate. And now the 2-0. Again, that one well off the plate. 3 balls and no strikes. Three balls, no strikes, got to feed him. And that one off the plate as well. So we're going to have a quick conversation with Maxey as he's rattled. We'll take a quick timeout as well. Our friends at WGU.
College wasn't built for me.
I didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Or if my kid had a fever.
Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
I want to take tests when I'm ready.
I want to take courses on my time.
And speed up when I know my stuff.
I want a university that cares about me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of you.
College wasn't built for me.
I didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Test day's test day. Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of you.
So welcome back in. Runner on first base. And that one's off the plate from Maxey. And that one's bounced outside as well. So 2 balls and no strikes to Remington Robbins. Or pardon me, it's Kyle Allred. As Robbins on first. And that one, no. As Maxey's just having to find his stride here. And that's in for a called strike 1. It's interesting, you hear Tiger Woods talk all the time, you got to find your swing. He's in the middle round, can't find it. He's then finally, he had that stroke's like, all right, there's my swing. And he got it back. And it's kind of the same deal as a pitcher. Just got to work your way through it, find that stride, and get everything back in order. The count goes 3-2. Payoff pitch. Chop back up the middle. English is there. Going to have to go on to first. And got him. 2 more runs for Riverton. They're probably 2 runs for Riverton. And Riverton takes a 2-1 lead. Bingham coming up in the bottom of the 4th inning. You're watching the 2022 6A baseball. Bottom of the 4th inning. John Hatch leading off for the Miners. And Hatch, until last inning, had the only run of the game. It was that long ball off the big board. Out in right center field. The 0-1 pitch misses inside. It's Hanson's only trouble today. Only get up the 1 hit. The home run to Hatch. Fastball misses. And that one lifted out of play. Two balls and 2 strikes. And now the 2-2. Hit sharply through the left side of the infield. And Hatch now 2 for 2 on the day. And a leadoff man aboard for the Miners. So Bingham Riverton, as I mentioned, it's a fun rivalry, and they meet in the playoffs. A lot of fun, especially talking about since I came in 2005. I always think back of the Brett Somerville at the Horn versus Morgan Grimm and Mike Larson. We've done baseball championship games, Bingham versus Riverton. And you name it. Always fun. So runner aboard. That ball hits sharply to left field, and Maxton Peck back-to-back singles. Hitting is contagious. And 2 aboard to start the bottom of the 4th inning. And that brings up Preston Jacobson. Well, before that, going to have a quick little chat on the mound, and we'll take the break with them and learn more about our friends at WGU.
College wasn't built for me.
I didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Or if my kid had a fever.
Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
I want to take tests when I'm ready.
I want to take courses on my time.
And speed up when I know my stuff.
I want a university that cares about me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of you.
Bottom of the 4th inning. 2 on and no one out. Preston Jacobson at the plate. Could tie the game up with the base hit. Runner's going to freeze on the line drive. See it through the infield. Run on contact if it's on the ground. And the bender misses. Jacobson drove in 14 runs on the season. Only put in about 22 games with the stats. Always get nervous when we see the stats, and not all of them reported. And that's in there for a called strike 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Jacobson. Oh, rocket back up the middle off of Hanson. And got to get the runner at first. And take a second, check on Hansen. But it will advance the runners. So it'll be runners in scoring position with one away. So now that's going to bring up Preston Jacobson. So runners on second and third. Everybody even with the bags. Hansen's pitch wide of the plate. And the 1-0 fouled out of play, even had a ball and a strike. Runner's going to go on the safety squeeze. Dead ball at the plate, so 1-2. I'm always curious if this new turf scuffs up the ball as much. I always check it after stuff like that. I understand why I have the habit. I'm going to tell you the best thing is there's no holes at home plate. Nice and even. It's a ball and 2 strikes. To English as he looks at ball 2. That was off the plate. The English went down on strikes in his only plate appearance. Looking to come through the game time run at third. And the go-ahead run at second. The 2-2. Back to the screen. And timeout the plate. And the 2-2 swung on and missed. Strike 3. 2 outs. And now the infield to retreat, keep everything in front. I'll bring up Boston Jacobs. So Jacobs in his only plate appearance flew out to the catcher. Foul territory. Chance to come through with 2 runners in scoring position, and for Cooper Hansen, he'll look to get himself out of the jam. Ball and no strikes to Jacobson. Well, breaking piece misses, and the count goes to 2-0. And the 2-0 wide of the plate, ball 3. That was well wide. Can draw some groans. The 3-0 pitch in there for a called strike 1. And now the 3-1. And the count now runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Jacobs goes down on strikes. Cooper Hansen pitches himself out of the jam. And we go to the top of the 5th inning, and it's Riverton 2, Bingham 1. You're watching the 2022 6A State Championship Baseball Tournament on KSLSports.com. So leading off now, Cooper Hansen, the pitcher. As we're at the top of the 5th inning. As that goes to 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch lifted out of play. It was interesting. I was talking about the shadows, how they're going to start creeping toward the pitcher's mound. The pitcher standing in the sunlight. First of all, it wreaks havoc on our camera and our view, and we'll try and get that worked out. But and I was saying it's hard for the hitters. And I got a message back by a former BYU Cougar baseball player. He said, hey, it's hard for the fielders, too, to have the ball coming out of the shadow out in the sun to get a read on it. So, and that's a guy that was drafted by the Boston Red Sox. And he and Jared Saltamacchia. So take it from a source. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch, fouled out of play, and we'll do it again. And that one's well off the plate, ball 4. So 5 innings, 5 leadoff men get aboard. And that'll take us to the top of the order. And Carson Moody, the speed-up runner for Cooper Hansen. And I think Joey going to make a change here. So Coach Sato comes out to talk to his hurler. We'll step aside. You're watching the 2022 6A State Tournament. Top of the order we go. And Mac Bright with the runner on first base, and now pitching is Preston Jacobson. Did see Jacobson yesterday. 2 pitches from Preston against Pleasant Grove. Inherits a runner on first base. And Bright lays down the bunt. Jacobson, like a cat, pounces off the mound to get the out. And it'll be 1 away and advances the runner to second. And now to bring up Caden Miller. And Miller hits that one sharply into left field, and that's going to get down. It'll be an RBI double for Caden Miller as he slides into second, extending the lead for Riverton to 3-1. And I'll bring up Sam Beck. The runner in scoring possession for Beck. And Sam grounds out to third. There's John Hatch with the putout. And now Tyler Barton coming to the plate. Barton doubled off the wall and right his last time up. It's all red away from second. Barton looks at strike one. Chops this one to the right side. Going to roll foul. Parker Goff on deck, and then Zach Edwards in the hole. And leaves that one there, and be a ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 hit to the left side. English there, fire on to first, and got him. Riverton adds another run, and they take a 2-run lead. It's in the bottom of the 5th inning. And up to the plate come the Bingham Miners. You're watching the 2022 6A baseball tournament on KSL Sports. And bottom of the 5th inning. Here come the Bingham Miners trailing by 2. As Luke Leatherwood steps in. Cooper Hansen still on the bump for Coach Applegate. And we talked about it yesterday, and going to continue to be a big thing when offenses are struggling and the pitcher's into a good rhythm. This shadow is a big deal. We got about another. We might not be fully covered by the end of this game. Is that ball hit sharply to the right side? Nice job of getting to the backhand to throw to first. Got him in time. What a play. Mitch Applegate making Papa proud. Played that ball deep, slided the backhand and throw it to first in time. A little web jam action there from Mitch Applegate. And that one left up for Remington Robbins. Or pardon me, Dallin Martinez. It's the count now, 2 balls and no strikes. And now 3-0. And it's a 4-pitch walk. So Parker might have got just as excited as I did on that play and lost his nerve for a batter. And that brings up Maddox Peck. And the breaking ball is bounced in. And the 1-0 in there for a called strike. One ball, one strike, runner on first, and 1 out. Waves a strike number 2. Tell he lost that one. Threw him the dark one on the outer part of the plate. And now he's going to throw to first. It had him leaning and safe. Almost the Andy Pettit buck. Over to first. Watching Andy Pettit pick off guys at first base, like watching Trey Young or James Harden get a +1. It's not really real. As that ball lifted down the right field line and foul. And I know people who think it wasn't a balk are Yankee fans, and they don't remember he pitched for the Astros, but Astro fans. That was brutally bad for years. And now the 1-2. Oh, late movement on that one and didn't get the call, and they 2 balls and 2 strikes. Didn't happen. And the 2-2. Hey, he tipped it. Oh, he caught it. Right into the glove. Nice squeeze by Cade Allred. Able to hang on to that one for the second out. So 2 away and a runner on first base as we go to the top of the order. And Gage Sunloff. And Sunloff shows bunt and pulls back. They don't want to appeal. I don't think he was there. Going to throw back over to first again here for Cooper Hansen. And that's a foul ball from Sunloff. This count goes a ball and a strike on Gage. He had to reach today, 0 for 2, lined out in the first inning. Grounded out to second. Back in the third. And that one lifted out of play. So a ball and 2 strikes to the leadoff man. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And Sunloft lifts this one in the center field. And no problems. Caden Miller ranges over to make the catch. And that'll do it for the 5th inning. We go to the top of the 6th. Riverton up 2. You're watching the 2022 6A State Baseball Tournament on KSL Sports. Top of the 6th inning. Parker Goff leading off. The inning for the Silverwolves. And we apologize. A little dark around the home plate. We try to fix that, but the way the shadows are and reflecting out, you wouldn't be able to see the field or see anything. So we have to just deal with it here for the next little bit. It was not granted timeout, so the pitch is there for a called strike 1. Even the count of the ball and a strike. Now remember, you request timeout and the umpire grants it. Just because you ask for it doesn't mean you get it. And if he says no, use any acronym you want, but that's what you are. And that misses. Misses up and in. 2 balls and 1 strike. Man, you really get a feel right here of that ball coming out in the sun right into the shadow. That ball hit the second base. Up with it and over in time is Dallin Martinez. So 1 out. Got 1 more game remaining tonight. Going to be American Fork and Farmington. Caden Carpenter threw yesterday for American Fork, but you better be able to score runs. If you're going to knock off the reigning 6A champions, you better plate runs. Because those boys in red and black can absolutely rake. As that one is wide. And ball 1. Region 1 already knocked off Region 4 in 1 game today. Going to look to do it again as Fremont knocked out Lone Peak. As the boys in teal and black are going over to get warmed up. And a big swing from Zach Edwards. And the count goes 2-1. And Edwards back up the middle. Martinez smothers it, throws it to first, and he got him! What a play by Dallin Martinez! Jacobson nearly stabbed it. Martinez goes Roberto Alomar, wearing number 12. Dive into the backhand, coming up, throw it to first in time. And Edwards retired for the 2nd out of the inning. Beautiful play by Martinez. He's got both putouts in the inning. And that's in there for a called strike. Remington Robbins now at the plate. And he leaves that one inside. Always appreciate it when the umpire says where it is at that point, where it's kind of borderline. You know exactly why he called it. It's usually when you don't question it. If he's going to say it, then we got it. And he tugged that one inside. He count even at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and nobody on. Chopped it back to the pitcher. And Jacobson on to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nice job by Preston Jacobson. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, Rick Bingham looking to cut it in his 2-run deficit. You're watching the 2022 6A State Baseball Tournament. Bottom of the sixth inning, Bingham trailing 3-1. And to the plate comes John Hatch. Swinging a big stick today. Hit a solo shot to right center field off the big board and then rocketed a single through the left side his last time up. Looks at ball one. And leaves that one inside to count 2-0. And that one's inside. Three balls and no strikes here to John Hatch. The base open, don't let him hurt you. Game time run comes to the plate. And it's Maxton Peck coming to the plate for the Miners. The runner on first and no outs. And a throw over to first. Hanson done a nice job today. Only run off that solo shot by Hatch, and that one off the plate. Ball and a strike. And the 1-1 in there for a called strike two. And that ball sent into center field. Game time runs aboard. Runners on first and second and no outs for Bingham. They're going to have a chat with Hanson. While they do that, we'll step aside, let you learn more about our friends at Western Governors University.
College wasn't built for me.
I didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Or if my kid had a fever.
Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
I want to take tests when I'm ready.
I want to take courses on my time.
And speed up when I know my stuff.
I want a university that cares about me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of you.
Pitcher, number 3, Preston Jacobson.
And that brings up Preston Jacobson. Everybody staying in, Hanson staying on. Speed up runner, or pinch runner at second base. As Preston Jacobson digs in. And that's in there for called strike. Corners up, middles, double play depth. He'll give up the runner to third to get the double play ball. Third base, take it go where it takes you. That ball lifted down the right field line. It can get out of play. So it'll be a ball and two strikes. Probably nothing in two. And that one's off the plate. We spoke the count into existence. Ball and 2 strikes. Here for Preston Jacobson. And some kicks and fires. That ball hit to the right side. Still moving. Oh, nice job of coming back and getting it. Overcooked it just a little bit and is tailing away. And Mac Bright. He may have stretched some muscle out there. Able to go back and make that catch. And on that, just in the air. And he may have tweaked his upper leg area, I guess we'll call it. But he's young. I think he's okay. So 1 away, and the runners had a hold. That's a tough one. You hit it like that, runner's got to freeze to see if it gets down, and when it doesn't, not moving anywhere. So everybody coming to check in on their pitcher. I'm sure he's all good. And now just looking for the ground ball. But what an adjustment there by Mac Bright. I think the fear that he had misplayed that was still running through him a little bit. So that brings up Matt English. Yet to reach today. Love to come through with a runner at second base. Make this a 1-run ball game. Squares the punt. That's inside. And that's foul back to the screen. A ball and a strike. Mentioned English yet to get on base today. And on the year, batting .373. Driven in 15 runs. He's still looking to move the runners up. Put the tying run on second. A little slash. And the ball inside, 2-1. Two-one to third. Step on third. Throw to first. Got him. The great play by Bright in right field leads to the double play as Riverton gets out of the inning. We go to the top of the 7th. Riverton looking for some insurance runs, leading 3-1. You're watching the 2022 6A State Baseball Tournament. Top of the 7th inning. And a leadoff single again. 6 out of 7 innings. Riverton able to get the leadoff man aboard as Kate Allred goes the opposite field for a leadoff single. Here in the top of the 7th inning. So now that brings up Cooper Hansen, who walked and scored in the 5th. I missed it. Yeah. As Hansen has that one go by. So now we're going to take second on the pass ball. So you can give it to us? So Hansen will step back in. After that pass ball, puts a man in scoring position. Can help himself out here. Pulls back on the bunt now. 3-0. That 3-0 pitch is in there. 3-1. And you go 3-1. And the count now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Goes through the wickets. Runner going to come around second. And the insurance run comes across for Riverton.
Right fielder, number 36, Matt Bright.
So the air charged to Maxim Peck. And it's a runner aboard and no outs. And at the top of the order we go, Mac Bright. Started the game off with a single. Had that outstanding play out in right field last inning, where it nearly would have been an unfortunate play in right field, but able to make the adjustment and the catch. And that one misses outside. And we got a balk. Got to come set. And Bingham a little emotional towards these stages. Frustrated the situation. So step back in. Going to show this bunt. Oh, snap down to second. Hung up between second and third, and there is the out. Oh, safe. Saying he slid under the tag. A lot of times he's still called out just because it was so early. And he may have slid underneath it, but you usually get the benefit of the doubt, almost like the Jeter stepping on second play in the vicinity for all those years. Well, any shortstop for that matter. Coach Sato wants to appeal the home plate, and it's 2-0. Counts 2-0. The count's 2-0, bud. And the 2-0 pitch lined left, and that's going to bring in the run. And he's safe, and it's the 2-run insurance inning. And it's 5-1 Riverton. And now to bring up Caden Miller. And Joey Sato are going to come out and have to lift his pitcher most likely. So Coach Sato has the conversation. We'll take a quick break. You're watching the 2022 6A State Championship Baseball Tournament. They bring up Caden Miller and leave Jacobson in. As Miller looks at strike one. And the 0-1 lifted out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. And the 0-2. Oh, called strike 3. Count the outer half. And there's 2 away. I bring up Sam Beck. Sam 0 for 2. With the walk and a run scored. And that one misses inside. And that one's up. So 2-0 now. Fastball hit well to right. And oh, you say yes, he caught it. Did not trap it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Nice catch out in right field by Maddox Peck. But we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, and it's a 4-run deficit for Bingham. They got to play it forward to keep things alive. You're watching the 2022 6A State Baseball Tournament on KSLSports.com. Bottom of the 7th inning. And leading off for Bingham, the catcher, Boston Jacobs. A 4-run lead for Riverton. Looking to move on in the winter bracket into the semifinals. And now the 1-1 lifted into left field. Coming on. And that ball's going to drop. Beck fires it in. And everyone kind of lost it. The sun's hanging out just above the canopy, if I don't know what else to call it. And I've seen everyone kind of hold their hands over their face trying to see where the ball is. I think they lost it. Absolutely. So put a runner on second base and no outs here for the Miners. And I'll bring up Luke Leatherwood. So give Boston Jacobs a Texas League single. And I'll bring up Luke Leatherwood. Yet to reach today. They'd love to come up big here. Strike 1. And that ball lifted out of play. Count 0-2. Winner plays at 4:30 tomorrow. Loser plays at 11 a.m. Oh, that was off the plate. Loser takes on Pleasant Grove. And that one off the fist, going to drop in. That'll advance the runner to third. So it'll be runners on the corners. And a little dying quail out in the center field. There you go for Coach Sato. No outs, 2 on. And I'll bring up Dallin Martinez. Out some outstanding defensive plays in this game. Mainly referring to the diving play at the middle. Back in the 6th inning, you got Zach Edwards. A ground ball back up the middle. He's able to range over, dive, get it, get up and throw Edwards out. He's diving toward the middle of the field. And he looks at strike one. And the 0-1 misses up, the count even, and a ball and a strike. The 1-1, fisted to the right side. Barton to second, Beck on to first. That's going to be late. Run comes across. So we're going to reach on the fielder's choice. And it's a 3-run game. As Luke Leatherwood forced off at second base on the 5-6 putout. And Martinez, 3-6 putout. As Martinez will reach on the fielder's choice. "96 pitches. Only pitch 110. And that one's out of the zone. And 1-0 reaches. Count even, a ball and a strike to Maddox Peck. The 1-1 Bender, no. Wide of the plate, 2 balls and a strike. And now the 2-1 wide. And again, another ball, 3 balls and a strike for Maddox Peck. And that ball hit to the right side. Got a chance. 4-6. Beck not going to have a chance on the throw to first. And they're calling him out at second. They're saying Beck on the bobble. The bobble was on the exchange. So Peck will reach on the fielder's choice. Martinez forced out at second on the 4-6 putout. So 2 outs and Riverton 1 out away to advancing to the semifinals. And it's Gage Sunloft, the leadoff man. And he looks at ball 1. So 1-0. Runner on first, 2 outs. Sunloft looks at strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. A runner on first. And a throw over. Not necessarily being so worried about the runner at first base. The game time runs on deck. And John Hatch. And Sunloft lifts out of play, and Bingham would love to get John Hatch to the plate with the way he's been swinging the bat today. Can Sunloft work his way there? Ball and 2 strikes to Sunloft. Off the plate, evens us up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, 2 outs. That ball lifted up in the infield. Trailing back toward the outfield. Beck is there, and that'll do it. And Riverton knocks off Bingham. They're going to move on to the semifinals. They'll stay in the winner's bracket. And we'll play tomorrow at 4:30. Complete game for Cooper Hansen. And Riverton moving on. Again, our final score, Riverton 5, Bingham 2. Our Heinemann Associates player of the game. And obviously, we're going to go with the pitching performance of Cooper Hansen. Thought he did a great job staying in this game. And offensively, there's so many different guys. Tyler Barton was outstanding today. And probably we're going to go with Tyler Barton. He went 2 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Thought he was outstanding today. And could look at a Cade Allred. But really going to be talking about the pitch performance of Cooper Hansen, able to stay in this one after the solo shot in the first, able to stay within himself and stay in this one and get the 5-2 complete game win. As Riverton moving on to the semis tomorrow at 4:30. You'll have that game right here on KSLSports.com. Bingham will be here at 11 a.m. to take on Pleasant Grove. For Addison Kerr, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and for watching Game Night Live Rewind's coverage of the 2022 6A Baseball State Tournament on your home for online championships, KSLSports.com. We'll be right back in 30 minutes with American Fork and Farmington.